Ever wonder what makes millennials tick? Or the generation that grew up with dial-up internet and now carries a supercomputer in our pockets? We've been called everything from entitled to innovative. But what's the real story behind the psychology of the millennial generation? Let's dive in and unpack the unique experiences that have shaped us. Millennials, roughly born between 1981 and 1996, are a fascinating case study. We're the first generation to be digital natives, but we also remember a time before social media. This puts us in a unique position, straddling the analog and digital worlds. Think about it. Our childhoods were filled with outdoor play and landline phones, but our adulthood has been defined by a 24/7 connected world. This duality is key to understanding our mindset. One of the biggest shapers of the millennial psyche was the economic landscape we entered. Many of us graduated into the Great Recession. We were told to go to college, get a good job, and the rest would follow. But reality hit hard. Jobs were scarce, student loan debt was skyrocketing, and the traditional career ladder seemed to have disappeared. This experience fostered a sense of financial anxiety, but also resilience and a desire for stability. It's why so many millennials are cautious with money, prioritize saving, and are drawn to the security of home ownership, even if it feels out of reach. This economic uncertainty also changed our relationship with work. We're not our parents' generation, content to stay with one company for 40 years. We saw our parents get laid off despite their loyalty. So, we learned to be adaptable. Millennials are often called job hoppers, but it's more accurate to say we're career builders. We seek roles that offer not just a paycheck, but also purpose, flexibility, and opportunities for growth. We want our work to mean something. This has fueled the rise of the gig economy and a focus on work-life balance. We're not lazy. We're just redefining what a successful career looks like. We value experiences over possessions, so we want jobs that allow us the freedom to travel, pursue hobbies, and live a full life. Let's talk about technology. This is probably the most defining aspect of the millennial experience. We were the pioneers of social media. We created our first profiles on MySpace and Friendster, and then migrated to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. This constant connectivity has had a profound psychological impact. On one hand, it's given us a global community, a platform for our voices, and access to endless information. We can connect with friends across the world, organize social movements, and learn any skill we want online. But there's a flip side. Growing up online meant growing up with comparison. We've been curating our lives and comparing them to others' highlight reels since we were teenagers. This has led to increased rates of anxiety and depression among our generation. The pressure to present a perfect life is immense. We're hyper-aware of our online brand, and the constant feedback loop of likes and comments can be a major source of stress. It's a paradox. We're more connected than ever, yet many of us feel lonelier than ever. This brings us to a crucial topic: mental health. Millennials are often called the therapy generation, and it's a label we should wear with pride. We're breaking the stigma around mental health. Why? Because we've had to. The combination of economic pressure, digital comparison, and global uncertainty has taken a toll. But instead of suffering in silence, we're talking about it. We're seeking therapy, practicing mindfulness, and advocating for mental wellness in a way previous generations couldn't. We understand that mental health is just as important as physical health. If you're ever struggling, please know that it's okay to ask for help, and resources are available to support you. Another defining trait is our social and political consciousness. We grew up witnessing major global events like 9/11 and the Iraq War, often in real time through the news and early internet. This made us acutely aware of the world's problems. We're a generation that deeply values diversity, inclusion, and social justice. We use our digital platforms to raise awareness, organize protests, and demand change. We're passionate about issues like climate change, racial equality, and LGBTQ+ rights because we see them as fundamental to creating a better future. We're not just complaining, actively trying to build a more equitable world. So what about our personal lives? Well, we're rewriting the script there too. Millennials are getting married later, having children later, or choosing not to do either at all. The traditional milestones aren't as important to us. Instead, we're focused on personal fulfillment and finding a partner who shares our values. For us, a successful life isn't defined by a white picket fence, but by meaningful relationships, personal growth, and authentic experiences. We're the generation of chosen family, prioritizing deep friendships that provide the support and connection we crave. And let's not forget our consumer habits. We've changed the game for brands. Millennials don't just buy products. We buy into brands that align with our values. We want authenticity, transparency, and ethical practices. We read reviews, we research companies, and we're not afraid to call out brands that don't meet our standards. This has forced companies to be more accountable and to think beyond just their bottom line. We vote with our wallets, and we're using that power to push for positive change in the corporate world. So when you think about the psychology of millennials, don't just think of avocado toast and selfies. Think about a generation forged in economic turmoil and digital revolution, a generation that is resilient, adaptable, and purpose-driven. We're anxious, yes, but we're also proactive about our mental health. We're skeptical of traditional institutions, but we're passionate about building a better future. We value experiences over things, authenticity over perfection, and purpose over paychecks. The millennial story is still being written, and it's a complex one. We're a bridge generation, connecting the old world with the new. We've navigated incredible change, and we've learned to adapt and innovate along the way. Understanding our psychology is about understanding the forces that shaped us. The recession, the rise of the internet, and a deep-seated desire for a more meaningful, equitable, and balanced life. What are your thoughts on the millennial generation? Are you a millennial who relates to this? Or are you from another generation with a different perspective? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences and start a conversation. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the human experience. See you in the next one.